Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about the printer file. So before we start the process, let me tell you about the printer file, why we use printer file and what is printer file. So printer file is just you can consider it as a report. So whenever like if you have observed whenever whenever we create the object, it generate one spool file. This is also a kind of printer file. So for that I will go and type work SPLF. If I do shift F6, then these are all are the spool file, which is also known as printer file. Okay, so if I take option 5 here, so you can see that these are the information given. This is spool file, and recently I have created one report. So if I show you, this is my report that I have created using printer file. Okay, so this is the printer file, and whenever there is a need, we can also download this printer file and we can share with the person with whom we want to share, right? So let's see how to design this. So to design this, firstly you need to add member. So just press F6. Here you can provide your source member name, let's say test PRTF, then type would be PRTF printer file, and here you can put description. So I always recommend to keep the description with your objects. So for now I'm just giving it as test for printer file. Okay, now hit enter. Once this blank screen open, just do file to save and exit. All right, so now the member is added. Now we will design this. So to design this, we will take option 19 here, then press enter. Once this screen will come, like you can take option I here, then hit enter, and here you need to write dr. Why? Dr is used to define the record. So just write dr, then hit enter. So you can see record is added. Now by default it comes with the name as RCD001. So let's say if we want to change this name. So how to do this? So to change the name, you can press shift F6. Here you can see that there is one option, F10 rename record. So just go for this, and here you can put your any information, means as per your information you can select any record format name. So I make it as header1, and then simply hit enter. So you can see that record is added. Now what we will do, we will declare some fields here. So for that we need to write one more command, vf view fields, and then hit enter. So you can see now it is showing the field portion. All right, so how to add text? Like we have added this record, which is header1. Now we will add some text to this record. So to add the text, you can simply write code, and whatever the text you want to show, just keep it here, close your quote and hit enter. So it is added. Okay, likewise if there is any other text you want to add, you can add in a single quotes. Now I will tell you some commands which is very useful while designing this printer file. So first we will we will see like how we can uh, move this field from this place to another place. So for that, firstly we need to select this field. So to select, you can press shift F1. It is now selected. Now wherever you want to move it, just place your cursor there and press shift F3. So it is moved. Okay, if I want to move it again, then I will select again with shift F1. Just note this command, shift F1 for moving, shift F1 for selecting, shift F3 for moving. So if I want to move it here, I will press shift F3. Fine. Now we will see another command for copying this. So let's say if you want to copy this to somewhere else position, so you can select it, shift F1. Now wherever you want to paste it, just place your cursor and press shift F2. So it is copied. Okay, now in same manner, if I want to copy it again, shift F1 for selection. Wherever you want to paste it, just put shift F2. It is added. All right, now we will see another command for deleting this. So if it is not required, you can select, you can just place your cursor here and press shift F4. In this case, there is no need to select. You can simply place your cursor and press shift F4. Okay, so this is a way through which we can delete the field. All right, so this is normal text. Now we will see how to add the fields. So to add the field, you can press F1, F11, sorry, F11. Once you press F11, it will open this screen, define field information. Here you can select your field name. Let's say I want to make it as current or username. Okay. Now by default values are like +7 for starting position. Length you can select. Let's say we want to make it as 20. Then do page down. From here you can select any of the record format as per your requirement. So by default I'm going with option 1. Then simply hit enter. So this field is added. Same thing here also, like if you want to move, you can select shift F using shift F1. Then wherever you want to move it, just move it. Okay, using shift F3. And if you want to copy it, then use shift F2. All right. Now suppose if you want to change the name, then how we will do? For that you can press shift F4. Sorry, shift F4 will delete the field as we already discussed, right? So let me add this field again. Here I will put name again, username, and here I will put 20, then page down. Okay, so not shift F4. Shift F4 is for deleting. We will press only F4. So when you press only F4, it will open this screen, work with field. But if you press shift F4, it will delete your field. So this is very important command. Just make sure that whenever you want to delete it, then only use shift F4. But if you want to change something, then you can press F4 only. And here if I want to change the name, I can directly take option 2 here, open it, and here I can make changes. Let's say if I want to add P1 as suffix, so I will P1 as prefix, then I can keep it here and simply hit enter. So it is changed. Likewise, if I want to delete it, I can take option 4 here. Okay. And if you want to set any keyword to this field, you can take option 5 as well. So these are the keyword. Few of them we will see in the upcoming sessions, like how to use these keyword. But for now, we are just going with the default values. So this is the way through which we can add fields. So to add the field, you can press F11, put your details. Let's say if I want to make date field, so what I will do, I will put it as current date, and here for date field length is not required, remove it, page down, and here you can put your data type as 6 for date and hit enter. So it is edit. Okay. Similarly, if you want to change again the name, you can press F4 only, and here you can change by taking option 2. If you want to delete, you can take option 4. Okay, fine. So this is one header. Now if you want to add one more header or one more record, how you will do this? For that you need to write dr. So it will, sorry, before that you need to write I here. Just go and press I, and here you can put dr for define record. Record is added. You can now view field. For view field you can write vf, hit enter. So let's say if I forgot to change the name previously, so what I will do, I will press here the key shift F6. So once I press shift F6, it will open this screen, and here you can use these records also, key field record format keywords also. And as of now I'm just taking F10 to change my record format name, and I can make it as data1. So whenever I want to write this record, I will use this data1 name, and if I want to write this record, I will use header1 name. And for fields we have individual names. So at the time of data publication we use we will use field name, and at the time of writing records we will use these name, header1, header2. Okay, here also if you want to add any fields, you can simply press F11 and select your select your field name and other details. Once you are done with this, you can simply go and do file for save and exit, then simply compile this. So it is compiled, it means your printer file is created. Once printer file is created, then we have to write one logic where we are populating the data to the printer file. Okay, and then for writing the header and all the information that we have added. So these things we will discuss in upcoming session. Also we will discuss like how to add few, like we will discuss few of the keywords that we can use with these fields. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this session. In the upcoming session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.
Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will generate or create a new report from the existing data in a physical file. Okay, so there is some data that we have already stored in our physical file AMPPF. Using that data, we will generate one report through RPGLE program and printer file. So let's see how to do this. Before we discuss the program, let me show you the data that we are going to use. So I'm doing run query on this file RQ on AMPPF, hitting enter. So you can see that we have stored 5 records here from employee ID 1012 to employee ID 105. Now this data we are going to utilize for our report generation. So to generate report, first of all we need to add one member of PRTF type. So in our previous demo part, like we discussed how to add this PRTF, right? So in same manner, using you can press F6 and from there you can put the source member name, type and description, and then once it is added, after that you can take option 19 to design the printer file. So let's see what we have designed here. So these are the information that we have stored here. Now to show means to add the record, we know that we can directly use dr for defining the record, and after that you can use vf for view the field, as we discussed in previous demo part, right? So in same manner I have declared 3 headers and two data part. So for the first header 0, I just store hyphens just to show this dashed line on the printer file or report. I added this. Then on header 1, what we are doing, we are just showing one text as current date. Then this is the field. So if you want to check the field name, you can press F4 here. It will show all the fields that we have declared. So you can see that first is just a normal text, current date, then current date field, then employee report, current time text and current time field. Okay, so likewise I have declared all these fields, and this is just a normal text employee report. Now if we talk about the header 2 portion, then here we are just showing the column name or heading, employee ID, employee name, employee salary. Now below to this we are using another record, which is data 1, record format data 1, and here we are taking the field, but this time we are not declaring the fields manually, we are using the field referencing. So let's see how to do this. So for field referencing, you can simply press F10. So once you press F10, it will open this work with field database field. Here you can take option 1 for add field. In library you can put your library name. For now I'm just keeping this field blank because I want to select the field from there. Then you can pass the file name. My file name is AMPPF. Here I will pass the AMPPF my record format name, and then simply hit enter. So you can see now all the fields are there. So you can just simply select those fields which you want to show in the report and then hit enter. Fine. So this is edit. Now you can see at the bottom these mark is coming like this 1 2 3. So in VF means in the view field portion, like if I add here VF, okay, yeah, here I will put VF, and now wherever I want to show these field, what I will do, I will just simply place my cursor and take the options from below. So if I want to show employee ID here, I will take option 1 here. If I want to show employee name, then again now the list has updated, so 1 for employee name and 2 for employee salary. So let's say I want to show employee name, so I will take 1, and likewise I can select employee salary. Okay, so this is how we can refer the field. So what is the advantage of referring the field? Referring the field advantage means, like, now these field name have the same name as we have file field name. So at the time of program data population, there is no need to populate data. It will automatically like once you read the file, it will automatically transfer to the respective fields. No need to assign the values. Okay, now as we are not going to use these because we have already declared, so I'm taking shift F4 to delete the fields. So it is deleted. Okay, now we will simply go and write file to save and exit and simply compile this program. So report is generated, report is compiled. Now means report is designed and report is compiled. Now we will write the program. So to write the program, you can simply add one RPGLE member, then take F2 to open the program in edit mode. Let's see what we are doing here. We are writing the code in fully free format. Here I'm using the control option as no debug IO and src for debugging purpose. Below to this we are declaring one printer file. So to declare the printer file you can use DCLF, then printer file name. So my printer file name is emp report. Keyword is printer, uses is star output, and here we are using one indicator OFLIND, which means overflow indicator. So let's say if we are printing the report and due to the large number of records, if the file page changes, in that case it should come up with a new header. So we are just taking care of this. So that's why we are declaring this overflow indicator. Below to this we are declaring one file. So to declare the file you can use DCLF. File name is emppf, users is star input output. You can change as per your requirement. And then keyword, it's a keyed file, so I put keyed. Now below to this we are declaring one variable which is the employee count. Okay, now from here the main logic is started. So here we are just simply assigning the values in the printer file field. So current date is a printer file field. Here we are assigning the current date using percentage date built-in function, then current time using percentage time built-in function, and then we are writing the headers. So firstly I'm writing the header 0, then header 1, header 2. Okay, now for data 1 means for data part, what we are doing, we are reading the file. So just setting the pointer on star lower in emppf, then reading the file till do while not end of file. And here I'm maintaining the count. Why? Because in, if you remember, in the last field we have mentioned total employees, so this field we will assign there. Okay, so we are iterating each loop and then incrementing the employee count with 1. Here we are checking if in90 is on, it means overflow occur. In that case what we will do, we will write a header again. So write header 0, header 1, header 2, and reset the indicator again, then end if, and then we are writing the data part. So here you can see that we are not assigning the employee ID, employee name, and employee salary field. Why? Because we have already take the reference in the printer file. So whenever we are reading the file, it is automatically moving or automatically assigned to that printer file fields. Then we are writing the data 1. If you are declaring the field manually, in that case you need to assign the data, right? Otherwise no need. Means if you are taking reference, then there is no need. Then we are reading the record again, and one by one we are doing it for all the records. Below to this we are just assigning the value to employee, total employee field of printer file. Okay, so I'm assigning emp count, then writing the data 2 part, and then we are printing the message report generated successfully. And after that we are just setting the star INLR equals to star on. One thing I would suggest, I would like to suggest here, like I forgot to keep the prefix for this printer file. So but I recommend you to keep the prefix so that it will be clear to you, like this field is coming from printer file. Okay, so like it should be like p1 underscore total amp, so it will indicate that yes, this field is coming from the printer file, or as per your coding standard you can opt this thing. Okay, so program is ready. Now we will save this and compile this. Compiled successfully. Now I'm calling this. So you can see that message is coming as report generated successfully. Now check. To check, we can either go with sp for spool file, or we can use the command work SPLF. Both command will do the same option, means provide the same screen. And now press shift F6, and you can see last is the report. So I'm taking option 5 here. So this is how our printer file look, means report look. Okay, all 5 records are there, and these options we are not assigning in the program because we have already taken the reference from the field files. So it is automatically populating inside, because both printer file field name and file name are same. So once we read the data, it automatically move to that particular respective field. Then we are showing the employee total count, and this is how our printer file work. Okay, so we just discussed like how to create the printer file for displaying the records from the physical file, and then we saw like how we can write a logic to show and to generate the printer file. So in the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.
Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about the program describe printer file. So what is program describe printer file? It is a type of printer file where we declare or describe the printer file inside the program itself. So here there is no need to define the external member for designing the printer file. Okay, so let's see the example. So I'm taking this program in edit mode. Here as I like this printer file is old version, means nowadays we are not going to use these fixed format thing, but like if you want to define your printer file in a program, if you want to use the program describe printer file, then in that case you are supposed to use fixed format only. Okay, so here you can see that printer file is designed in the program itself. So let's see from top. So what we are doing here, firstly we are declaring the physical file that we are going to use here. So for that I'm using fspec. So just write f, then press f4, and here you can put your file name. So my file name is emppf, file type is I, file designation is f. If you want to check any information for these type, then you can press f1 here, and then it will show all the information. Okay, then record address type is k, device is disk, then simply hit enter. It will show the next record. So this is the system printer file that we are going to use for show the data. So we are using this qsysprt, file type is o, and record length is 132. It is file format is f, and here we are using the device as printer, and keyword is OFLIND, which is used for overflow indicator, and we have assigned the indicator as 0, 1. Fine. Now below to this, what we are doing, we are declaring one variable. So variable name is fld1, and if you take f4 here, we are declaring this using dspec, and declaration type is s, length is 10, and data type is a. So this variable is declared. Now we will use this variable inside the program logic to initialize some value. Now as we use exfmt in display file for printing the screen, in the same manner we will use except in printer file. So this is equivalent to exfmt, because here also we are printing the header or record format. Okay, so on line number 16 we are using except to print the header. Then we are doing setll on emppf from means from star lowell, and then we are reading the data. So to read the data, we are using read opcode on file emppf. Then we are running one loop till the end of file. And if star in01 is on, it means overflow indicator is on. If overflow is on, then we are again printing the header information and then resetting the indicator in01, so that next time overflow occurs, so it should be in the reset mode, okay, in off state. Then we are assigning one value to fld1 test. This is just for the demo purpose to explain you like how we can design we can initialize the field. Okay, then we are showing the detail for record format using except. So we are showing detail. Why we are not populating file field? Because file field and printer file field both are same, so that's why we are not populating anything. It is automatically transferred to the printer file. Then we are doing a read emppf, but if you want to means additionally if you want to assign something, then you can assign in this way. That's why I keep this variable fld1 and I'm assigning the value as test, and then reading the next record, and one by one it will read all the record from the file till the end of file. Now below to this we are using except to print the footer, and then we are printing one message, report generated successfully, and setting the star inlr equals to star on, and return equals to means return, we are returning this. Okay, and end free. So we are using free or end free, that's why we are terminating this. So from here the free format is start, and online this it is ended. So make sure that you are assigning this, the position for the fixed format is fixed, you can't change anything, right? And also for this directive, like it should be exactly at the bottom in the same line of the asterisk. Okay, fine. So this is about the logic. Now we will see the printer file, how we are defining the printer file. So first of all, we need to use OSPEC for designing the printer file inside a program. So just write O and then press F4. Here in file name, I'm using system printer file QSYSPLF. Type is E. Now if you want to check what is E, you can press F1. You will find all the details here. For all the fields, you can just simply press cursor, place your cursor and take F1 to show the detail. Here I am using the EXCPT and EXCPT name as header. So this is my record format name, header. Now we are assigning this text page number, which will end on the position 12. So make sure that here we are passing the end position, not the starting position. In external printer file we use starting position, but here we are passing the end position. So this text will end at position number 12. Hit enter. Now this is the page number field, which will hold the system value page number, and it will end at position 18. Now next one is the head text for employer report, which end on line number 55. Then we have date heading, and position is 75. U date, which is a system date. Edit code is Y. If you want to check what is edit code, you can press F1, find the information here. Then end position is 85. Hit enter. Then this is the this is the next record format. So if I 12 F12, so this is the next record format. Here you can press F4, check all those value like before, after. Okay. Now here we are showing the normal text, employee ID and employee salary, and this is the ending position of these texts 15 and 41. After that we are using another record format, which is detail, and here we are using the field. So for that you just write O and press F4. Here you can pass field name, end position as 8, and field format is S. So don't get confused, like this is not a length, this is the end position. Okay, usually we keep it as length, but here it is the end position. Then we are defining the another field, which is EMP underscore salary. End position is 34, type is S. FLD1, end position is 70, type is A. If you want to check all type, you can press F1 here, then it will show all the possible types that we can use. And then we are using another record format. So wherever you see this E, it means we are changing the record format. So here we are using a record format as footer, and ending position is 50, and we are printing this text. Okay, so this is how we design. Now whenever we are doing EXCPT, you can see that we are printing these things: header, detail, footer. Okay, because these are the record format name. Fine. So in same manner you can design your printer file. After that you can simply compile this, call this, so it shows message report generated successfully. Now hit enter and check the spool file. For spool file you can take sp or work SPLF command, both are same. So I'm using sp, and at the bottom you can see there is one printer file added, newly added printer file. You can take option 5. So this is how it comes. Okay, fine. So now check one thing, like here we have mentioned that check the position of this, ending position of this is 16. Okay, but if you check in program, it is not 15. So if I take option 2 here and go to printer file, so employee report is ended at 55. Okay, and date is ended at 75. So let's go back to the spool file. So here it is coming on employee report. Yeah, this one. So here it is coming on 56, not 55, but we are setting the position as 55. So what it do, it increment the value by 1 and then assign the value. Okay, so if you are passing 55, then it will show, it will end the position at 56. If you are passing the position as 85, then it will end the date at 86. Okay, so likewise you can decide the position. So this is the you can consider as a drawback for this program described interface. Here we need to first calculate the exact position, like where we want to show the result, and then calculate the end position, and accordingly you can pass in your program. So let's say if I want to move this to some other place, then I need to calculate the length. Let's say 4 is here, so I will calculate 4, then I will calculate my end position, and then I will pass my end position there. Okay, So this is the thing that we need to take care of. Like whenever you are providing the length of not length, it's the ending position, then you need to check the ending position by placing your cursor. So if I talk about this field, this is coming on 16. Okay, employee ID. So if I go to the program again, so employee ID, so you can see it is on 15. Okay, so it is coming on 16. So this is how we can design the program describe printer file. So in our previous portion we discussed the external printer file, and this is the program describe printer file, or you can say internal printer file. So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit. Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmit. So far we have discussed how to design external printer file as well as how to design the program describe or internal printer file. So once you are done with the designing of the printer file, means your printer file is created. Now suppose if there is any requirement where you want to share that printer file with some other person and via mail. So in that case what we need a printer file as a soft copy in a PDF format, right? So how to download this spool file, or you can say printer file in a PDF format? So for that I will show you one example which is quite easy, and through which you can easily download your spool file and then you can share the same with someone through the email. So let's see how to do this. So for that, firstly I am using the same program which we have created in last session, which is for program describe printer file. You can download any printer file, even any spool file also, because both are same, right? So now I'm compiling this and generating the report. So it is compiled successfully. Now I am calling this. So it is generated. So once my report is generated, now what I will do, I will go to spool file using sp command. Either I can use sp or I can use work splf command. Both will work same. Okay, so both will take me to this screen. Now here I will press shift F6 to go to the last generated spool file. So you can see that this is my file QSysPRT, because we are using program describe printer file, so it is coming as a QSysPRT system printer file, right? Now you can take option 5 here to view the spool file. So you can see that this is the file which is generated. So till here we have already discussed like how to generate, right? Now what we will do, we will download it. So to download the same spool file, what you can do, you can easily locate one icon on the access client solution, which is here, view spool files in a output queues. So once you click here, it will open a window for access client solution, where you will see the list of all spool files which are in our library. So you can see it is showing all the list of spool file, and these spool file in new to old order, right? So whatever the latest generated spool file is at the top, and the least means last generated spool file is up at the bottom. So from here, like whatever the spool file you want to download, just locate that and right click on that. So let's say I want to download this one which we have recently created. So I will press right click here, and here you can see these options: download only, download and view, download, view only, hold, release, delete and move. So here I will take option view only for now. So once I click here, it will open a default browser where you can see the spool file is here. Okay, so my spool file is visible. So this is the same thing that we have designed: page number, employee report, and date. It is showing the employee IDs, employee salary, right? So this is how we can view. In the same manner, if you want to download this file, then you can go to this option, download and view. So what it will do, it will download the file in your location, means in your system, and as well as it will show this uh, it will show this thing also, right? So this is how we can easily download the spool file using access client solution option, this view spool files in an output queue. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. This is very important step, because when you are going to share anything with someone through mail or any other platform, then you need one download or download copy for your printer file or report. So through access client solution you can easily download the spool file as we just discussed. So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmat. Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmat. In this session, we will discuss another method through which we can download the spool file or printer file from IBM system to your local system. Okay, but this time we are going to use the command CPYSPLF. Okay, so let's see how we can use this process. So first of all, what is CPYSPLF? So if I hit this command CPYSPLF, so this is a command for copying the spool file to your IFS location. Okay, now what is IFS location? For that you will use this command work lnk. So this will open a IFS location, or you can say integrated file system location of your IBM I server. So here you can see that all the directories, all the files are already stored that I have previously created. So in the same manner, you also have this option directory where it will, the path is for your directory is /home/username. So for my case, like it is Sharmit. So this is a location from where we can download the files using any third-party tool or using the access client solution also. So let's see how to paste the file into this location. So for that you need to hit the commands CPYSPLF, then press F4. Now here we need few information that we will take from session second. So let me hit the command work SPLF. So this is the spool file which we want to copy to our IFS location. So before that I will show you the actual spool file. So this is the file. Now here you can press F11 for view 2, you can see. So F11. Now you can press F11 again for view 3. So once you reach to this view 3, here you will find all those information which we require for copying the file into IFS location. So from here just copy the file name, put it here. Now to database file, here you can take F4 and select this option to STMF, then paste it here, then hit enter. Now we need some job related information, so just copy it from here, job name. So I paste it here, job name, then your username. So this is my username, and after that we need a job number. So I will paste a job number here, and then we need a spool file number. So in same screen you will find the spool file number also. Just paste it here. Fine. So we provide all these information. Now do page down, and here you will find a to stream file option where you can provide the path. So just write single quote and write your path name, home slash Sharmit, your username, then slash, and then here you can pass the file name. So let's say I want to download it as SPLF.pdf, then close it. So how we come to know about this path? For that you can use one command, work lnk, work link, and from here you can copy this path. Okay, and after a slash you can put your file name with which name you want to download it. Now in this workstation customization object you can write *pdf and then simply hit enter. So you will get this message, spool file copied to home/home/sharmit/splf.pdf. We can verify the same with work lnk command. If you do page down, here you will find the command splf.pdf. Okay, so it means it is in stream file now. So one process is complete. Now we will download this. So to download this, we can use the access client solution feature, which is here, run the integrated file system plugin to view files. So just simply click here. Once you click here, it will open a integrated file system or IFS for you, and from there you can locate your spool file and simply download it. So we got this screen, and here you can select your spool file, then right click here, and from here you can click on download. Then it will show the detail like where it is downloading, means source is /home/Sharmit and destination is C user, and this is my location in download folder. Then simply click on OK. It will say it will take some time, and then it will download this spool file into your local system. Okay, so in previous session also we discussed the same process, like how to download spool file, but this time we are using the CPYSPLF command. So from CPYSPLF command we are storing it into the IFS location, and then from IFS location we are downloading it. Okay, so you can see that message successfully downloaded splf.pdf. Then simply you can click on your uh, system, and here you can see in download folder there is one file. So just open it and it will show you the actual spool file that we just downloaded. So here it is. Okay, so this is how we can download the spool file or printer file using this CPYSPLF command. Okay, so in previous session we discussed how to download the spool file using this out queue. From here you can directly download it without moving into the stream file location or IFS location. But if there is any need where you want to download your data from the integrated file system or IFS location, then you can use the CPYSPLF command to copy your spool file into that location, and then you can easily use either any other tool like WinSCP. We will discuss that also, like how we can use WinSCP, or otherwise if you are using access client solution, then you can simply take this option to download to run the integrated file system plugin, and from there you can simply right click on the spool file and download it. Okay, and we will also discuss like how, if you are not using access client solution, then how we can connect the system with WinSCP, and from WinSCP we will see like how we can download this spool file. But for that also you need to store your file into the IFS location using CPYSPLF command. So I hope this entire process is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmat. Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmat. In this session we will discuss a process to download the spool file or report without using access client solution. Okay, so let's say if you are not using this access client solution, and instead of that you are using Mochasoft or any other software, then how you can download the spool file or printer file. So for that, what we will do, we will use third-party tool which is WinSCP, a file transfer protocol. Okay, so I will let you know like how we can download it and install it, and then how we can connect with it. Okay, but before that, what we need to do, firstly we need to transfer our spool file into the IFS location. Although we have discussed this in previous session, but still I will repeat this, like how we can use CPYSPLF command, so that if you haven't referred the previous session, you have some idea like how we can use the CPYSPLF command to transfer your file from your library or from a specific position to your IFS location integrated file system. Fine. So let's say if I do SP here, so if you remember in last session we discussed how to create the program described printer file, and we have generated that printer file, right? This printer file. So same printer file we are going to download in our system. So let's take 5. So this printer file we are going to download. So before that, what we need to do, we need to transfer it to IFS location. So for that, in work SPLF command, you can press F11 for changing the view. You can see here F11. Now change the view again for view 3, F11. So these are the information that we will use for transferring. So just open your scratchpad from here, paste the information here. Now we will use this command CPYSPLF. CPYSPLF. Then press F4. Here put your file name QSYSPRT. This is my printer file name, so I will put like this QSYSPRT. Then here you can take F4 and select this to stream file. Then hit enter, and now we need to put the job name or job information. So for that I'm copying this job name, then we will copy the username, then we'll copy the job number, and here we need to pass the spool file number. Okay, so once these information is inserted, do page down, and here in this to.html we will pass the path, ifs path, where we want to store this file. So I will pass like this /home, then username. /home will be same for everyone, then username, my username is Sharmit, then slash, and then file name. So let's say I want to generate report 2.pdf, then save this, and here we need to pass star pdf because we are going to download the pdf, and then simply hit enter. So you can see spool file copied to this path. How to check? To check this, we will use work lnk command for opening the work link, and if like we are in this location which we passed /home/Sharmit, so if you do page down you will find your report 2. You can see report 2 is here. Okay, so it means now we have this file in this ifs location. Now we need one external tool or third party tool to download this file. So for that, just go to your browser and search for WinSCP. I have already downloaded this software, so I will just show you the path and then you can download it for your system. So for that, just go and search for WinSCP, then open this download link for the official website. Just click on download, and from here you can select this download WinSCP 6.1 11 MB as per your system. Okay, so once it is downloaded, you will see this kind of tool like in your system, which you can double click for completing the process. Okay, once your process is completed, your system is installed with the WinSCP, then you will see this icon on your desktop. Installation is quite simple. You just need to accept the policies and just do the basic installation step, and after installation you will see this icon on your desktop. So just double click it to open this. So let's wait for a few seconds. It will open. Yes, it is open now. So from here we will click, yeah, so this window will open where we need to pass the credential to connect with this. So for that you need to pass here the host name as pub400.com because we are using public server. Port would be default. Just select FTP from here, then port will automatically get changed to 21. Then pass your username Sharmit and your password. So I'm using my username or password. These are the same password and credential which we are using to open this green screen, and then simply click on login. So it will take few seconds and then it will connect your system with ibmi. So it is connected now. So you can see that it is right now showing me the directory which we were seeing in that at the time when we were hitting the work lnk query command. Okay, so you can see this is exactly same what we see here. If you hit enter on work lnk, so this is the same location, right? Directory /home/Sharmit. So if you want to change the directory for any reason, then you can double click here and you can pass your directory name and then press OK. So it will open that particular directory. But for now we just want to download this file, which is report2.pdf. So just right click here, simply click on download, and it will ask for the location where you want to download this. Select your location where you want to download, and then simply click on OK, and then OK again. So it will take few seconds and your file will be there in the system. So you can see the file is here, report 2. So if you open, it will open in default app which you are using for showing the PDF. So here we can see that PDF is downloaded. Okay, so this is how we can download using WinSCP. So we just discussed like how we can connect with WinSCP and how to download this. There are many other things that we can perform with WinSCP. So we will take one complete separate session for WinSCP also later. But for now we just discuss how to download the spool file without using Access Client solution or by using the WinSC software. So what are the steps? Steps are quite simple. You just need to firstly create your spool file or printer file. okay, which we have already discussed in our previous session, how to create spool file and printer file. Then simply go and transfer your file into IFS location using CPYSPLF command. And once it is transferred to this, like, you can select any directory. If you want to go for a particular folder, let's say if there is any other folder in directory one is there, right? So you can put /home /Sharmit /directory1 and then your file name. So it is up to you how you are going to manage this. Okay. And once it is added into your IFS location, then simply go and log in with your default values and credential into WinSCP tool. This is a file transfer protocol. Once it is connected to your directory, then you can simply, usually we keep file in this username folder itself so that it will be easy to find out directly. Otherwise we need to double click here and provide the path where we want to access the file. So it is up to you, right? So yeah, this is how we can download the spool file or printer file using without using access client solution features and by using WinSCP tool. Still, I would recommend you to install access client solution because it is bit time taking as compared to other method of downloading the spool file, because here you can directly click on this output queue and from there you can download that spool file as we discussed earlier, right? So it is quite simple. If you are not aware like how to install this ACS and set up the things, then you can refer the previous session. Some sessions are there for configuration, so from that session you can easily download this access client solution. But if due to any reason, if you are using any other tool apart from this access client solution, then you can use this WinSCP for downloading your spool file into your system. Okay, there are many other tools also, but WinSCP is quite good, so you can use that. So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.